Hey guys, just a really quick question here. Won't the real false prophet please stand up? Please stand up. Sorry, I couldn't help myself, but the Lord doesn't really take pleasure um when the wicked fall, or however that verse goes. Sorry, I'm just laughing at myself. I wanted to. Anyway, as you may all have heard, Pope Francis died. I'm not sure if it was last night, this morning, just recently. And so I was really rooting for him to be the false prophet. So I guess it's not him, but that's okay. We're not here to try to figure out who the Antichrist is or who the false prophet is going to be. But yeah, he's just one of many qualified candidates for being the false prophet. So yeah, do not be disheartened if you were putting money on him of being the false prophet. Um, so I know that a bunch of Watchmen channels are gonna have their theories and who the next guy is gonna be, if he's gonna be the false prophet. I don't really care because we're gonna be out of here. We're not gonna be here to see who the Antichrist is, who the false prophet's gonna be. We might find out from heaven, but we're not gonna see it here on Earth. So it's really none of our concern. And it's not really our jobs either to try to tell people who we think the Antichrist is. I know a lot of people, professing Christians, especially Christian nationalists, like to accuse political figures of being the Antichrist or a potential Antichrist. If they don't like someone, oh, that guy's the Antichrist. It's Obama. It's Trump. It's whoever. And we don't play that game. We're all looking at Jesus only. We're looking to Jesus, and we're looking for our departure. We're looking towards our blessed hope. We're looking for the skies opening up for us with Jesus there meeting us in the air. That's what we're all looking forward to. We don't really care who the Antichrist is going to be. We don't care if the false prophet is going to be a pope or Elon Musk or whoever else. Donald Trump, whatever, it doesn't matter. So we're close, guys. I just felt like I had to say something since everybody's talking about it. And keep looking up, guys. We're very close. Things are happening all around the world. Birth pangs are not slowing down. And as I've been saying, we need to go directly to the source for that revelation. What revelation? The day and the hour. Because I know the Lord wants to give that to us. I believe that revelation belongs to the generation who will see his appearing, and I believe we are that generation. And I believe we're very, very close. I hope it's this year. I'm still hoping it's this month. If not, then, we just got to keep on looking up. I always think that we're at the very edge of despair. And that's where we need to be before the Lord calls us up to meet him in the air. And, just like the Israelites, the Lord had to lead them to a dead end before parting the Red Sea. The Lord had to put them in a place of complete dependence on him with no other options, nowhere else to turn. As I've said before many times, the Lord could have parted the Red Sea well in advance so that when the Israelites got there, they just would have kept on going. But no, the Lord made sure they were stuck at a place of total despair where they had no choice but to cry out to him. And I believe that's where he's putting us. I thought we've been on that spot for a while now, but it just keeps getting a little worse and worse. And the despair is even more intense than before. But we're close, guys. And I believe that one final blessing we're going to get from the Lord is the revelation. Why is it so important? Well, for me personally, well, I just think it's going to be like the most glorious moment the of our corrupted body's life. That will be the one last thing we'll be able to enjoy before we get transformed into our eternal bodies. And I believe that revelation will come not too long before the actual rapture itself. Like I said, I wouldn't mind getting that revelation like an hour before the actual rapture. But I think it's just gonna be the biggest blessing, and I think we're it, guys. We are it. So keep looking up. Go directly to the source. These Watchmen guys, they have entertaining theories, and they might even get it right. But they'll never know unless they go directly to the source. And when we go directly to the source, we will know. We'll know the day and the hour, and we will know that it's from the Lord, and we're not even going to question anything. We're not going to speculate everything. We're not going to speculate anything. We won't have to figure anything out. It will not be some dream where the Lord supposedly appears and says, "Oh, I'm coming soon." All those dreams are bogus. We don't need Jesus in a dream to tell us that he's coming soon, because that doesn't translate into anything. And people just make stuff up, for clicks, for monetization. When the Lord does give us the real revelation, I don't think we really have to tell anyone. And like I said in previous videos recently, that revelation, I believe, will just be strictly for our own blessing. It's not even to warn others. Oh, the Lord told me that the rapture is going to happen on this specific day and this specific hour. I mean, we can. I'm sure we will. But I think the whole point of that revelation will be just to bless us. I think we've warned people enough. We've warned everybody that we need to warn. We've preached the gospel to everybody that we need to preach to, hopefully. And when the Lord gives us that revelation, it'll just be for our own personal blessing, to have that final moment of complete, perfect peace, as much peace as we can achieve in these corrupted bodies. And all these people who reject the gospel, they're not going to change their minds if we told them the exact day and hour. In fact, it's probably going to do the opposite. They're just going to be more skeptical and wait for it to happen. And if it does happen, then it'll be too late for them. They're stuck at the Great Tribulation. And yeah, just one other comment. I saw a tweet, a post on X, I think yesterday, and some lady was saying that, she doesn't really mind if the Lord tarries or something like that, because that means basically more people can get saved, and the Lord doesn't want anyone to perish. That's great and all, but the fact of the matter is, Jesus said the road is narrow and few will find it. Most people, the overwhelming majority of people, will end up in hell. And that's just a fact, and not everybody is going to get saved. Most people will go to hell. That's just a sad truth. And if you have an issue with that, take that up to the Lord. The Lord is merciful, and the Lord is just. At the end of the day, he answers to nobody. If you have an issue with his methods, with how he goes about judgment, how he goes about selecting people, selecting people, that's between you and the Lord. The Lord doesn't need defending. He's not going to answer to you. He's not going to answer to me. Just be thankful that those of you who are truly born again, that the Lord somehow chose you, chose me. I'm not going to question that. I'll just live the rest of my natural life with a grateful heart towards the fact that he chose me to be born again and my name to be written in the Lamb's Book of Life. So anyway, guys, I'm just talking all over the place here. Keep looking up. Our redemption draws near. Make sure to go to the Lord for that direct revelation. And I'll see you guys next time, and hopefully there won't be a next time. And once again, please, will the real false prophet please stand up?